Day, the final week of early voting in Fulton County. We'll have details of what you need to know for the runoff election. Dangerously hot temperatures outdoors creates a need for an indoor safe haven. We'll tell you how Fulton is coming to the rescue. And later, the program that is giving kids free meals who would otherwise go hungry. Fulton Today starts right now. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Fulton voters take another step in deciding who will lead their future. This is the final week of early voting, yet Fulton officials are already looking forward to Election Day. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
This July runoff has a lighter voter turnout than other elections, but it is still busier than registration and election officials anticipated. And when it comes to Election Day, Fulton officials say they are prepared. As the final week of early voting wraps up, election officials are gearing up for Election Day. That's when residents will have to vote at their assigned polling site on July 26th.
And we will have all of the polling locations that we normally have open available to vote for all of the voters on Election Day, which is July 22nd.
While runoff elections typically aren't as busy, Registration and Elections Director Richard Barron says there are some runoff races on the ballot that are bringing in more voters than usual.
We are getting quite a few people out for the races in the Democratic primary, in particular the sheriff and solicitor races.
Now, as for who can vote in the runoff races, Barron says if you voted nonpartisan in the primary, you can vote in either party's runoff. And if you didn't vote in the primary, you may still vote in the runoff. Yes. Remember, on Election Day, you need to go to your polling site and bring an ID. Now, if you need help locating your polling site, you can go to the My Voter page at the Secretary of State's website. And if you have any more questions, you can call the Fulton County Registration and Elections Office at the number on your screen. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Now, the Fulton County Tax Commissioner has sent out bills for the solid waste services, and that due date is less than a month away. The bills went out on July 1st to City of Atlanta residents. The solid waste bills covers trash pickup and road cleaning services. The bills are due on August 15th for all residents except those who are exempt.
There is a 30% reduction for anyone who has a senior citizen exemption from the county. Also, for any taxpayers who earn less than $8,000 a year, they are exempt from recycling fees, which are normally around $88.
Again, the bills are due on August 15th. You can pay online. Visit FultonCountyTaxes.org for more information. Well, this hot and steamy summer has already proven to be deadly in certain parts of our country, and right here in Fulton County, we've already broken a number of records. Well, county officials are looking to keep their residents cool. Dr. John Thompson is with the Aging and Youth Services team. Sir, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us, just how is your department trying to keep people cool this summer?
We're encouraging seniors to come to our centers, and we have 4 large multi-purpose facilities, and it's an opportunity for seniors to come in and be out of the heat, especially if they don't have an operable air conditioning unit. So we want them to come to our centers, a chance for them to engage in activities, whether aerobic activities, getting in the swimming pool, having lunch, playing pool, whatever activities they would like to do. Arts and crafts is another great one, and so it's a chance to be in an air-conditioned environment and to stay cool.
And John, can you tell us about the senior centers? Which ones are open for the seniors?
We have 4 senior multi-purpose facilities available to our seniors: the Bowden Center, the Darnell Center, the Benson Center, as well as the Mills Center. So we encourage them to come to those 4 facilities and take advantage of the many activities.
And when are the centers available?
Our 4 facilities are available between the hours of 8:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday. So please come to the center and take advantage of those activities.
And so, of course, there are a lot of programs and services at those centers for people who want to go and keep cool. Talk to us about them.
there's a chance for them to be hydrated. So that's first and foremost. We want our seniors to be hydrated, and they want to engage in physical activities. It's a chance to work with our trainers, and so that they don't do strenuous activities and become exhausted. And so we really are mindful of the heat-related illnesses rather, and we want to make sure that our seniors don't succumb to the heat-related illnesses.
And your final thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of heat-related illnesses, we want to really encourage our seniors to remain indoors during the hot part of the day. And so if they have to run any errands, or for our enthusiasts who like to do yard work, please do the yard work before 10 a.m. or after 6 o'clock p.m. and where it's a little cooler outside. And also wear light clothing and make sure you drink plenty of water. And we want our seniors to be mindful of the heat-related illnesses. And so if they experience vomiting, nausea, rapid heartbeat, or fainting, please contact 911 and get emergency help immediately.
Dr. John Thompson with the Aging and Youth Services Department, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now to recap, the 4 senior multi-purpose facilities are open from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for seniors living in the county. Please closely monitor weather conditions on local radio or TV stations or by using your NOAA weather radio. Well, the Fulton County Juvenile Courthouse turns into a health facility for the day. Court staff partnered with a sister-to-sister mentoring organization to host the free neighborhood fair. A variety of health-focused providers presented information and consultations to residents living in the nearby Southwest community.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and it's especially important for people who are undiagnosed and untreated, and educating everyone on how to prevent heart disease because it is preventable.
And so thought it would be a benefit for the community to learn about nutrition and how to make healthy meals on a budget and other things to kind of get them in a healthier state of mind.
The health fair offered stroke testing, diabetes screenings, and HIV testing, just to name a few. The court's partners from Emory Health campuses, along with Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, to help host the free event. A summer program about the county's justice system also gives some students an up-close look at television production. These junior deputy clerks stopped by FGTV studios for a tour and instead got a first-hand lesson in how to produce a newscast. The students took on the roles of anchors, producers, technical crews, and camera operators. They immediately got a lesson in teamwork.
Working as a team gets the job done quicker, faster, and more efficiently, so you don't have to redo it and keep redoing it. And plus, when it's live, you don't have the opportunities that you get to keep going over and over again.
It's like, it was different. I didn't expect this, so it was like different, and it's something new that I would like to do because I like being on camera too. So.
The Junior Deputy Clerk Summer Program is a part of the Clerk of Superior Court's office. Madam Clerk Kathleen Tina Robinson offers the program to high school students every year. To get more information, just call 404-613-4217. And still to come, mark your calendars for the Back to School Fair. Details in our district-by-district coverage next. The date has been set for the next Back to School Community Health Fair, and meet the newest class of Mandela Fellows. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves as he addresses the 2016 class of Mandela Washington Fellows. The at-large commissioner gave the keynote address to the group, who recently met at the Georgia International Convention Center. The Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders is the flagship program of President Obama's Young African Leaders Initiative. The program provides 500 outstanding young leaders from Africa with the opportunity to hone their skills at a U.S. higher education institution.
But I think it's important for people from an international community to have an understanding of what's going on in the United States. They're here right in the midst of this, what's happening, and so I wanted to educate them on it. Very receptive, they understood it, and they also extracted sort of this leadership message. There's something that I can do in my own community to bring about positive change. So it was a great dialogue with the fellows here today.
America has deeply inspired me even more to believe in myself and to harness relationships to grow in life. So I'm thankful.
The fellows, who are between the ages of 25 and 35, have established records of accomplishment in promoting innovation and positive change in their organizations, institutions, communities, and their countries. In District 4, parents needing some help getting their kids ready for school, listen up. The Fulton County Department of Family and Children's Services is sponsoring its annual Back to School Community Health Fair. On July 30th, from 10 a.m. until noon, parents and guardians can bring in their school-aged kids for health screenings and school supplies. The fair will be at 515 Fairburn Road in Southwest Fulton. You can contact Deidre Russell at 404-613-4230 for more information. And finally, in District 6, summer campers get a lesson in aviation. The Fulton County Arts and Culture team is hosting the Shades of Blue Aviation Summer Camp Series at the Aviation Community and Cultural Center. The participants have learned all about a number of cultural activities and aviation, and about the history of aviation.
The president, Willie Daniels, sought to try to reach about 250,000 children nationwide to expose them to science, math, engineering, technology through aviation.
This is an aviation and aerospace camp. We teach the kids about how airplanes fly, why they fly, why you would want to fly in the first place. We also teach them about the history of flight, especially the history of black people in aviation and how they started way back when with Bessie Ross, the Tuskegee Airmen, and how we're standing on their shoulders today.
Each summer since the center is open, summer camp has been offered. There are also a host of other programs offered year-round. You can contact the center for details or visit the Arts and Cultures website. And still to come, encouraging the next generation to consider a career in health services. Stay with us. The summer months can leave some children hungry because some students who rely on school lunches for free may not eat that much during the summer. Well, there is a statewide program called No Kid Hungry that is changing all of that. Danica Carswell is with the Fulton County Women, Infant, and Children Program, also known as WIC. Welcome to Fulton Today.
Thanks so much for having me.
So the summer food program, tell us about the services available in that program.
The summer food program is called No Kid Hungry, and these services really just include meals and snacks. I haven't seen a ton of dinners that are offered this year, but they do have breakfast, snack, and lunch. Breakfast is usually a fruit or vegetable option and a grain option. Snacks are usually a fruit or vegetable option, a milk option, a meat or meat alternative. Alternatives would be eggs or beans.
And Danica, who exactly qualifies for the meals?
Anyone who is under the age of 18. They don't ask any questions about income, just any children.
And we said it's a statewide program, but how was it made possible?
The USDA, who funds WIC, they fund the summer food programs as well.
And do you have details about how people can find some of the locations?
The easiest way is to text food to 877-877, but if any of our patrons are at any of the nearby health centers, we have tons of flyers that are available that list all of the 41 sites.
And Danica, let me get your final thoughts.
The summer food program is a great program to help supplement families over the summer, as is Fulton Fresh, as is the WIC Farmers Market program that's happening in July at some of our centers. And I do want to just make sure everybody knows that WIC is available to all eligible families, and we want to serve anyone that needs any type of assistance. WIC does stand for Women, Infants, and Children, but if mom is out of the picture for some reason, dads or other caregivers can definitely bring in those infants and children.
Danica Carswell with our Women, Infant, and Children's Program. Great information. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
To learn more information about the 41 locations in Fulton County, you can text food to 877-877, and WIC families can get more information in the health centers where they receive their services. Dozens of future medical professionals get some words of wisdom from county health leaders. About 40 students listened to panel discussion led by the Fulton County Health and Wellness Department. Now, the students are part of the Health Careers Opportunities Grant Program. The program provides underserved or disadvantaged high school and undergraduates from Morehouse School of Medicine. The grant helps to train the students as they work towards joining the medical field.
It's very important to expose the students to the health professionals in the field because we have a number of healthcare disparities in our communities, and if they have the opportunity to learn about various professions, then that will also allow them opportunity to help lessen the burden in the community of eliminating those health disparities.
A lot of the challenges that they face, I could see myself facing those same challenges, and it just made me feel like I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it.
After the panel discussion, the group took a tour of the Adamsville Regional Health Center and Community Garden. Time is running out to put in a nomination for those who put our environment first. The Fulton County Citizens Commission on the Environment is seeking nominations for its annual awards program. The FCCCE is looking to recognize a group or individual in 3 categories: Best Environmental Advocate, Best Development, and Best Environmental Program.
Fulton County citizens look at the awards and get ideas about what they can do themselves, whether they're developers or organizations or individuals, and they're inspired by things that are being done across the county. And they see projects or they become aware of how others are helping the environment, and their consciousness is expanded, and they become more active in their work for benefiting the environment.
The deadline to submit entries for the 2016 awards program is midnight, July 29th. The awards will be presented at a Board of Commissioners meeting in October. For more information, call 404-613-1546 or go to fultoncountyga.gov. And still to come, talented young artists prepare for their future careers. Stay with us. The library is incorporating 2 good things for children: reading and eating healthy. Health educators held a Kids Let's Eat Healthy event at the College Park branch. Organizers taught preschool-age children not only what foods to eat, but how to eat them in a safe way.
You should always wash off every fruit before you eat it because it is dirty.
Health educators told the group to eat more vegetables and fruits instead of eating sugary and processed foods. The children were also encouraged to check out books about how to eat better. The library holds a number of interactive healthy eating programs geared toward children. Organizers say they want to teach kids to eat healthy at an early age to help prevent diseases like diabetes and heart disease. To find a similar event at a branch, just go to afpls.org. And finally, the next generation of professional artists is getting some intense training. During the Teen Artist Academy at the Southwest Art Center, teens are getting to dive into their skills in the arts. Instructors are teaching the students about theater, visual arts, dance, and both vocal and instrumental music. The program is for teens who already have knowledge and practice in those fields.
You will find them working to grow intensively in their areas, and so that they can go off into their worlds and have outstanding auditions or prepare for college.
Teens who were accepted into the program completed auditions and interviews with arts instructors. The teens are preparing for the last few days of the academy. Now, each student will then perform at the Southwest Art Center Theater or have their work displayed at the gallery. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.